Hi everyone. In this video, I will be presenting you what Octave Cloud Actions are and what you can do with them. And so we will go through three main parts. First of all, Cloud Action principles. Then we'll look at a Cloud Action example, looking at the code. And the third part will be about using the Cloud Action simulator. What are Cloud Actions? Cloud Actions are components in Octave which provide custom cloud-side logic coded in JavaScript. And so they are triggered by events incoming in given streams, which carry the data in Octave. And what you can mainly do from Cloud Actions are, first of all, make calls to external REST APIs to either publish or retrieve some data. And then the other key part for Cloud Actions is that you can use them to extract and write events from and to other Octave streams. And we will see some examples of how to make use of these capabilities. So for that, we will follow a sample use case. This use case is about reporting devices' GPS location. And we'll have a cloud action which is triggered by these events, and it will do three main things. The first thing that it will do is retrieve data from a third-party API, and it will actually use the device's location to get the weather forecast at the device's location. Then second step, it will publish data, so report telemetry about the device, its location, and the predicted weather. And the third main part will be showing you how to read and write data to streams. And what we'll use these features for is, first of all, to send the weather forecast to the device's display. And we will be doing that through writing an event in the device command stream. And what we also want to be doing is avoid sending updates to the device if the weather prediction remains the same. So we'll have a stream on the cloud side where we store the latest prediction that we have already sent to the device, and we'll be able to compare what is the new forecast compared to the status on the device, and just send some commands to the device in case there has been an update. So in this diagram, on the left side, we have the device, and on the right side, we have the cloud action, and we'll see how this whole use case works. So the device has a GPS sensor, which is reported through Octave resources and observations, and these information are reported in through events in the device default stream. And so the cloud action will be configured to pick up events coming in that stream. And it's from these events that the cloud action will retrieve the device latitude and longitude. It will use these information to make an HTTP GET to call a third-party API with the latitude and longitude as parameters and retrieve the weather forecast for that given location. Once that is done, it will make an HTTP post to a third-party cloud endpoint to push the device location, whatever telemetry would be needed to be pushed, and the weather forecast to that endpoint. So two simple steps. And the third part is about sending the weather forecast to the device stream. So at the end, what we want is to have an event sent in the device command stream targeting the LCD screen resource to send the weather forecast. So before just sending it straight away, we'll have an intermediate step where what we do is anytime we send an update to the device, we also store what we sent in a cloud stream. And so in this stream, we have at any time we have the latest update we sent to the device. So when we get a new weather forecast, what we're going to do is query that stream to check what has been sent previously to the device. And in case it differs from the new weather forecast, then we will send the command. And in the other case, if the weather forecast has not changed compared to what has been sent previously, we will skip the latest step to avoid sending unnecessary messages down to the device. So this diagram shows the overall setup for one device, but you will want your use case to work for multiple devices. So in the following slide, I will show you how the overall configuration is made to handle multiple devices. So similar diagram with our cloud action here. So assume it's doing the same code as before, but how do you configure it for multiple devices? So we have one device illustrated here, another one illustrated there, and we have our cloud stream, which is used globally for all devices. Here, 2 devices are illustrated, but many more could be handled. How do you have a cloud action handle multiple device? For that, we use tags. So we're going to tag our devices, for instance here with a tag called weather, and we're going to configure the cloud action so as to pick up events in any stream from devices which have the weather tag and reporting data in the default stream. So any device with that weather tag and reporting location in its default stream will be processed by the cloud action. So the steps in the cloud action code will be the exact same as in what we have seen before, except that everything about the device ID will be handled dynamically. So picking up the device ID, storing the latest weather sent to the device per device ID, and then, if ever needed, sending a command back to the appropriate device. So with that, we have seen cloud action principles, and in the next step, we will have a look at the cloud action codes and how all this is configured.